doing this lab, we have something important one, 229 lab. Just start this lab. 229. Yeah, start this lab. So this lab is important for all of you. Create a new users with default password. Create groups and assign. So what you are going to do in this lab? You are going to create users, create groups, and log in as users, different users. So task 1 is as usual, always the same, just to and interact with this, what we call as the shell, once the lab is ready. So here you have an option for you to create number of users. So there are users here, you see this one, there are number of users and you need to set passwords also. So this one, this particular one. So please create all the users. He has given assistant to how to create for one of the user. Maybe RO Salis, ARO Salis. You need to create user ID. How do you do that? By saying that maybe the first part task is cat etc password. Just see whether these users are there or not. Otherwise, see how do you create a user? You can create a user by using sudo user add so and sudo password so and so. You need to set everything. If you do that, you are done. So my lab is ready, everyone. Ready, everyone? So do this particular one, which will be very interesting for all of you. So this is task number 1. So if all of you are ready, then I can show you task number 2. You can do here. You can verify PWD, it will be there in home directory. This is point number 25. So what is asking? He is giving you. So you are required to create about 10 user IDs. 10 user IDs. I will show you the process of doing for the first one. Remaining 9, please do. So copy this particular one and just say sudo. So the user ID is created. The user ID is created. How do you know whether it has been created or not? You can say cat etc password. Sorry, etc passwd. When you say that, you should see the last line. Aerosol has been created with 1001 user ID. Right? Understood? Yeah, at least the members 3 or 4 or 2 or 3, whoever is doing can respond.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So yes, sir.
So you have created, right?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
So similarly, please create the other things, all these user IDs. So later on, we will set password for each and everything. So create this particular one like this, so and so, all these things carefully. It will be a good practice for all of you. Good practice for all of you. So if you have created, so if you say cat etc password, you should see all the user IDs created like this. All the 10 users or how many users are there, it should show you. Take your time, just do that. And once you have created user IDs, you can even set passwords.
Done, sir.
All the 10 users,
Yes, sir.
Done, sir.
everyone, very fast. You're really doing, or you're just saying that you have done? Out of my curiosity, I'm asking.
Done, sir.
Okay, the other person?
Done, sir.
Okay, fine, fine. So we learned about how to create the users. Okay, fantastic. So now next thing is that how to set a password to a user. You can see this particular one, use this password, this command, sudo 26 number, sudo password aerocelis, aerocelis. Okay, you can just give this command, point number 26, and set password as p capital A at the rate of SSWORD1234 slash, I mean exclamation. You can give that. So just provide that. So it is asking for new password. You can either copy paste or you can write it. Two times it will ask. Yeah, it has successfully. Like that, if you want to do for password for a second user, maybe what is that second user? EOWUSU. EOWUSU. You can give password. It has set. It has set. Maybe any other user. Please set for all the passwords. Maybe Envolve. Maybe you can ask for a different one. Try doing maybe smart. Like that, you can set for all. Right, I have done something for 5, but it's okay. If you have done so, just let me know. Okay, so in this task 3, we will learn about how to create groups. Groups. So there are some set of groups which we need to create. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups. Sales, HR, maybe personal, finance, CEO, shipping, managers, etc. So what you can do is that you can create a group called as sales, the first one, group add like this, sudo, see this group add sales, very simple, group add sales. So this is group administration. So group means collection of users, collection of users. Similarly, you can add the other groups also. So how do you know that whether this group has been created? Cat etc group. Cat etc, you can say etc group. It will show you the new group which has been created, that is sales. That is sales at the bottom. Similarly, you can create other groups also. So I have added all the groups. You can see cat etc group. You will be able to understand about various other groups also has been created. So if you have done so, let me know. You have to verify
Done, sir.
etc group. Yes. So now let us also understand how to add users to this group. So here he says that aerosale, aerosale is, it belongs to sales group, belongs to sales group. So we have created sales, okay, we have created user, but we need to add this user to the group. So how do you add? This is the command. This is the command. Sudo user mod -a capital G, G for group. Sales, sales is the group name and aerosolis is the user. So what happens once you do this? Once you do this, so it has been added. So how do you know whether it has been added or not? So you can say cat etc group, etc group in the sales, this user should be present. In the sales, the user should be present. If it is present, yes, it has been added successfully.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if he has given any other members, yes, you have to add. Yeah, sales, shipping also he has given one more person. So you can add accordingly. Maybe EOU. No. Aerocelis is also there. Wolf is also there in sales. So here EOW something. Couple of more users are there, which needs to be added to shipping. You can add accordingly. So once you are done in sales, you can see all these members. All these members, and will EC2-user. In HR also, the other people, the finance, etc., all these things. If you see, then this is fine. So suppose you can also add manually also if you want. You can also add manually. Like I'll also show you how you can add manually. You can say VI, /etc group, GROUP group. Okay, go to the bottom where your sales is there. So you can go to the end of this line and say comma. He asked what are all the users. You can say envelope and say colon EC2 hyphen user. So EC2 hyphen user is a part of sales group now. Human resources, you can see Juan. Yeah, you can copy this one as it is. Like this you can do. So you are adding manually. Maybe finance, M major. Yeah. Personnel is not there. So you have shipping, so and so. So try doing all these things, practice. You have to do using user mod. I'm telling the shortest method. Managers. Again, this fellow Aerocelis is there, over there and here also. He is in there in two groups. So CEO, M. Jackson. Yeah, if you are done so, what you can do? You can just say save file. WQ is save. Yeah, can't open file for writing. So I think I forgot to give sudo or something. I forgot to give sudo. Sudo, you need to give sudo. Yeah, it has been done. So you should see like this cat etc group group. Yeah, last lines. Yeah, done task 3. Actually, you have to use user add. Sorry, user mod. I have shown you the shortest method. Editing etc group. So the more you practice, the more you will get advantage. So now he is asking you a trial to log in as Aerocelis user. So if you are done successfully, you should see when you say SU Aerocelis. It is asking for password. The password is this one, p at the rate of SSWRD1234 exclamation mark. I give that p capital A at the rate of SSWORD1234 and with an exclamation. Just trying to copy paste the password. Probably I missed one character. Yeah, I'm able to. I'm able to. If I say who am I, it will tell me as Aerocelis. Aerocelis. So I have successfully logged in as Aerocelis. You will also see the prompt also. Earlier it was EC2-user. Now it is Aerocelis. You can also create a file. You can also create in a file in your own home directory. If you ask PWD, you are in some other directory. That is in EC2 directory. Suppose if you try to do touch, it will not agree. You can try giving my file .txt. It will say permission denied. Absolutely. But the same thing, if you give sudo, it will allow. Sudo also there is no permission. Sudo also there is no permission for this fellow. Only EC2 user is a sudoer. This Aerocelis is not a sudoer. So you see this one, there is a lesson which has been taught to you. This is a lesson. If you want to become an administrator, you should understand this lesson. We trust that you have received the usual lecture from your local administrator. So it usually boils down on these 3 things. Means that, see, naturally, if you are doing something mischief and you claim that I don't know, something like that, then naturally it happens. So respect the privacy of others. Think before you type. So this is a natural thing. People may say that, no, I don't know, I did like that. I never thought it would happen, but damage will happen. So he's asking you, do you know all these things before you are doing, because you are doing as a sudo. This is a usual lecture in Linux, I tell you. With great power comes great responsibility. And if you are agreeing to all the things, give password for Aerocelis. Okay, I'm giving password for Aerocelis. Okay, once if I give that, so then it will take up. It will take up. Sorry, try again. I need to give once again the password. then it will allow to work across in that particular sudo will be accepted. Yeah. So it's not a sudo, this incident will be reported. That's fine. But you can see yeah, it's not accessing, it's not allowed because the only reason is that this fellow, Aerosol is not a sudo user, he is a normal user. So that's why whatever you want to do anything in a different directory, it will not allow. It will not allow. If he is a sudo user, then it is okay. So you receive this message because you do not have permissions to write. Do not have. Try. Touch my
Yes.
file that it will be reported. So even if you try to use sudo also, it will tell you, sorry, you are not entitled. You are not entitled. You are not there in this. So if you want, you have to contact administrator to become a sudoer. Otherwise, no. Is this clear? Now you'll not be allowed to create a file. This incident will be reported. It will be there in the sudoers file. It will you will not be given access. You will not be given access to RSLs. Is this clear, everyone? So
Yes, sir.
yeah, you can see now you understood, right? How sudo is not permitted action for so and so. You can even go to varlog secure, which we have done last time in this secure log, and you see is there any incident which is reported or not. It will be there in that incident report. You can see the sudo, this particular one. If you want to see that, you can see that in the last line. So just say exit, just say exit. You are in now EC2-user. Try doing this. So the last line, you can see this particular one. Session closed. Yeah. So this particular one, aerosol is user is not in sudoers. So everything is recorded here. So administrator will come to know that aerosol is trying to access, is trying to create a file, myfile.txt. There is a file, myfile.txt. He is trying to create, and this incident will be reported, means it has reported in the log file. Whatever are the activities are reported here. Yeah. So that's all about this lab. That's all about this lab. So if you want, you can delete the user also. I'll show you. This is not part of the lab. You can do that. Sudo user del. Suppose if you want to delete the user aerosolis, you can delete. It has deleted. It has deleted. It will not be there in password file or even in user add file also. Sorry, group password file or group file also. It will not be there. So RSLS has been deleted, removed. Right? If you want to remove the group also, sales group, you can remove group del. So, but you need to give sudo group del. I'm just showing you. This is not there in the lab. Suppose if I want to delete the sales group, I can delete. So you can verify whether it is there or not. At etc PSSWD. So you see there is no aerosolis. There is no aerosolis. Similarly, if you ask etc group, there should be no sales group. There should be no sales group. Sales group is completely vanished. Completely vanished. So this ends the lab. So I discussed about user add, and also I discussed user mod, user del also we discussed, group add, group del also we discussed along with password command. See, all these files, all these commands are important in account administration, user account administration. So please practice. Several users are there, several groups also are there. Adding members to the group also is important. Yeah. If there are any questions, you can always ask me. So that's all is there in this particular lab. With this, you can, if you have completed, you can just say end lab.